oh well a bird, bird, bird. But bird's a word, oh well a bird, bird, bird. Well a bird is a word, oh well a bird.
Alright everyone, welcome back and it's time to go balls deep. So if you only watched the Black Clover anime, this video will contain major spoilers, so watch at your own discretion. Also, yes, I know Boruto chapter is also out and some of you are going to ask me in the comments, oh my god, anime balls deep, please talk about it, blah blah blah, do a video. So many messages on Instagram and Twitter already. I will not be doing my analysis on the chapter until next week. Just please be patient guys, I do appreciate it that you really do want me to make that content for you, but these videos, they don't pop out my ass, and and I actually script what I want to say and how I want to say it, so they take a lot of effort and a lot of time, although it may not seem that way. But on a side note, these videos are also made possible by Anime Ryo. If you'd like anime clothing that are absolutely lit, then please check it out and use the discount code ABD Squad to receive 10% off your whole order. Okay, the first thing we need to talk about is the official translation of the last chapter. The translation by the devil to Licht states, "All this when your soul is unstable after spawning that giant demon. I'm impressed you can manage it." So last week I stated how Licht despair could have been the cause of the demon god appearing, because Licht did not become a dark elf like Patri. From this translation, it might mean that Licht despair changed into a demon god. Or on the contrary, it could also mean that Licht himself used a demon spell himself and summoned the demon god. However, in my opinion, that would not make sense because the devil specifically says spawning, not summoning. Why would Tabata use that type of wording for the devil? Spawning means relating to spawning of a character or item in relation to someone, the act or process of producing something new or many new things to grow or start suddenly. So logically speaking, this must mean Licht must have spawned the demon god due to something going wrong and it was not his intention to do that. This to me is in line with his character, it seems, because the demon said himself to Patri that Licht would never have wanted revenge on the humans. Licht from the very start has been depicted as an open-minded person who is a great leader of the elf tribe. Licht is someone that is inspirational to all his people in the tribe. They would sacrifice themselves for him, they said it themselves. I mean, just look how far Raya went with a lie just to see him smile again. So why would Licht summon a demon god to destroy the world that his best friend, the Wizard King, would have to deal with in the aftermath? That would be quite insane. Licht never wanted a war or death. Licht cannot forgive the devil as stated in the latest chapter today, and he wants to destroy him. Licht knows that it was the devil that caused all of the problems, so he does not blame the elves or the humans. He knows the devil caused the reincarnation. Licht still believes in the ideology of being a kind person, just like the first Wizard King and Asta, to create a world without discrimination and racism. So if Licht did indeed summon the demon god on purpose and not by spawning him due to despair and it being a spawn out of him, then I'll literally be shocked, because his feelings must have been pure evil at that point to create a being that evil to take revenge on people that didn't even do the massacre. That wouldn't be justice. That wouldn't be what a great leader would do. It doesn't fall in line with his character at all. However, we have to also remember that the Witch Queen specifically stated to Asta and the others that the ancient demon god was a top level forbidden spell and Licht was the one that activated it. So although we can prove correctly that the ancient stories that Noelle knows as a child and sometimes what the Witch Queen states could be wrong since she is not omniscient nor is she omnipotent, she may be correct in saying that Licht was one of the reasons that the demon god appeared, but did he cast a spell? We don't know that yet if Licht did it on purpose. So starting off the chapter, we see Nero speaking as normal to Finral like a normal human being. Nero asks Finral to take him to where the demon god skeleton and the first Wizard King statue is. Now this is the land where the elf tribe lived 500 years ago. We come to find out that somehow Nero is actually very knowledgeable. I mean, how does he have this knowledge? Nero states to Finral that at this rate, these possessed humans might not be able to turn back to normal. Now, of course, Finral is oblivious because he was knocked out and he's a human. He doesn't have knowledge of other dimensions or demons. But this does indicate to us that Nero knew the plan all along. Nero somehow has intelligence which gives him knowledge on elves, humans and demons. Nero knows what the magic stones are and what their purpose is. Nero also knew to follow Asta because he received the 5-leaf grimoire that has the devil inside of it, which is linked with the massacre and linked with the devil and Licht and the first Wizard King. Everything is intertwined. Why does Nero have all of this information? This is because the 4 different theories that I talked about on the channel are coming true. Nero must be the first Wizard King, Tetia, or the other half of Licht's soul. Judging by the final panel of the chapter, we cannot 100% deduce what the answer is yet. But you know, since this is a shonen anime aimed at teens, I'd say the most probable theory of mine that will come true is that Nero is the first Wizard King, or Licht's other half of his soul, or the bird can also be Tetia being reincarnated and she went into a bird, we don't know. But in my video last week, Nero was waiting for the right moment to execute his plan and go to the statue of the first Wizard King. This is because he has seen the pendant of Yuno being activated, which caused the void to open, and the devil that fought the first Wizard King and Licht came back alive from 500 years ago. This means Nero reacting to Yuno's pendant activating, he got shocked. So somehow he has knowledge of the past. Nero knows that the devil comes back alive. Licht and the others will need his help to stop the devil from escaping the void and enter the kingdom. So the big question is, who created the magic stones and where did they come from? That's the question that we cannot answer at the moment. Now obviously at the end of the chapter, Nero asks Finral to remove the stones from the tablet that reincarnated some of the elves and to put the stones into the statue of the first Wizard King. The first Wizard King starts to shine and now he may seem to come back alive. So we didn't actually see Nero disappear when this happens. We have to wait for the next chapter to confirm anything, if his soul transfers to the statue or if he's a pet of the first Wizard King. He could be a summon of his. Also, the likely reason why the first Wizard King became a statue in the first place is because he probably had to cast a forbidden spell to make the demon god disappear. You know, maybe using such a powerful magic tool that will sacrifice himself. This is because in the chapter we see Yami, who is a badass himself, he's shitting himself against the master demon himself, like, because he's so powerful. So the manga itself literally explained the power scaling in the panel to us, which put everything into perspective. The master demon is explained to be even stronger than Licht, the elf leader. He's the absolute most powerful being we have seen so far in Black Clover, and he is also taking on 3 people at the same time with ease. So if the demon are this powerful, how the hell did the first Wizard King, is he meant to deal with the demon god with hardly any help? How is he meant to do that? Of course, one of the possibilities would be that the first Wizard King having to cast forbidden magic and sacrificing himself to save the world, and that makes logical sense to me. The magic stones that were created must be from a plan created by Licht and the first Wizard King to protect the future from the devil. The stones spread across the kingdom over 500 years, but Nero followed Asta and helped him gather everything because it was all part of the greater plan to stop the devil. Nero has witnessed Asta from the very start and knows he has the right heart and intentions and he's a good person. From what I explained last week, if the first Wizard King does come back, and it's actually a very good thing if it is him, because the first Wizard King will be able to provide character development to everyone involved in the plan, therefore progressing the story healthily. The first Wizard King, if he comes back, he will be able to explain what the nobles did and how corrupt they are, therefore destroying the oligarchy and monarchy system in place right now that causes racism and discrimination. He will also be able to explain to elves and humans on how Licht and himself were framed by the devil and that they were good people. And he will also be able to help the others on how to defeat the demon, because he helped defeat the demon god and he's so powerful. It will make the story come full circle and it will actually be great writing. Another thing I seem to have explained correctly, which was revealed in this chapter, is that the demon insinuates that he's from another dimension. Some people have said, you know, that this was, oh my god, shocking news. But I thought it was kind of obvious on how demons are from another realm and they want to come into existence. This concept is likely inspired from real life, because in real life, once you understand grimoire and how black magic works, for example, when you read some of these books and their thesis, some of these teachings and spells explain to magicians on how to summon jinns, aka demons per se, to our world to do tasks for them. Look at the Grand Grimoire, for example, in my other video that I explained the history of, and how these grimoire and this history of black magic inspired the concept for Tabata to create the Black Clover universe. This is in religious theology like Islam, Christianity and Judaism. Now, if you're still wondering, how the hell is this even possible that the first Wizard King or Licht could be Nero? If it doesn't make any sense to you, then I will link my videos that explain everything in the pinned comment and description. The chapter itself, in my opinion, was amazing as usual. Black Clover's pacing is incredibly fast for a shonen. This feels like a finale arc, but it isn't. Let me know if you guys feel the same way in the comment section. The artwork and the double page spread was fantastic. Like there is no way the anime will do justice to any of it. They cannot keep up with how demanding this will be. Yami has figured out some way to beat the demon, and it could be possibly one of his attacks because the demon cannot block it and he seems to dodge it whenever it happens. And instead, he's also found out that a demon can't just tell them to die with his word magic. So he is not omnipotent and he can't make literal things come into existence as if he had control of people's destiny itself. On the other hand, the demon finally used his grimoire magic and made everyone shit their pants like and it even alerted Asta, Patri and Yuno on his presence. Overall guys, that's everything I wanted to say. Shout out to everyone on Twitter that responded to my posts. Everyone was thinking the same thing. I really appreciate it when you guys interact with us. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. And yeah, see you guys on Sunday and tomorrow and Monday and Tuesday and every day. Bye bye.